Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we are live on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation, and that is for the Pagnian Imports V8 Supercar Championship. It is round 4 tonight. That sees us at Zolder. We'll take a look at this session. For Zolder, we have 15 minutes of qualifying, and then the weather conditions will be heavy cloud. The race is 17 laps. Weather is medium cloud, through to clear with a mandatory pit requirement. Standings after round 3, Taijo leading the championship with 101 points. It is still very tight, and then with coming up to the final round, which is worth double points, it's going to need a strong round to be able to try and secure a victory for the championship. Results last week, it was the third consecutive clean sweep for Taijo, taking another pole position, race win, and the fastest lap bonus points, and round 3 saw us at Dubai Autodrome. We'll jump over and check out the track. We're in Belgium for Zolder tonight. In-game time is 10 AM and the track length is 4.01 kilometers with 10 turns. It is a very fast and very technical track, and it is rather pairs with the second chicanes in the V8 Supercar. Very easy to lock up, and it is quite unforgiving if you do get that one in a bit of a mess. You'd run a little bit overtime and getting started. We're having a few issues with two drivers with IP clashing. Hopefully that's resolved now. We won't see a disconnect. I think it may have actually still been going on, because it looks like they're only just getting back into the session. Or may have actually resolved it beforehand. It's some pretty weird camera angles as the drivers are making their way out of the pits. Just stare at the patch of dirt for a while. Thank you, join us for the stream. Jump in the chat, say hello. We had Dirty Monkey in here cutting earlier. And good luck. Bill, Mickey, Farmer, and Pretender. Thanks for jumping on from Dirty. Oh, Wheeler fired out. He's going to try and jump back in. Hopefully had issues with Vert and Mark with getting the clashing issue. Thank you, DK, for jumping on. Sounds like we're going to be in for a good show. Mentioning on the group before, saying that they were putting down some pretty quick times. Apparently in this practice session before, they were saying that we're seeing some world record times coming through. So it's going to be very quick and some pretty intense racing by the sound of it. Oh, and Holographic has just taken a grid place penalty. He's fed in the pits. Sami, thanks for jumping on. Tuning in before you got to jump over and run in the V8 veterans. Yeah, looks like it's got that connection issue sorted. Maybe it looks like Mark may be having dramas now. Kept kicking Vert out of the session in the lobby. Looks like it's turned around now. We'll make our way through the list, check out all our drivers' liveries. And Taijo, our championship leader. Head Farmer. To Philly. Roll out new viewers to the channel. Don't forget to hit the follow button. It's been great seeing that number climb. We've met our last couple of milestones pretty quick. Now, huge achievement. We're reached few weeks ago, reaching that 300 mark, now on the verge to 320 already. Thank you very much for all the support to the league and to all our members. And first time's in 32.5. The Spray Pretender also in that bracket, a few tenths off that pace. And jump on board for a lap. Billy's just jumped up on the board as well, getting in a 132. It's good that at least getting in there for a bit of drive on DK. That's a good sign. And Marini takes pole 130. Hey Steph, thanks for jumping on the stream. Holographic's going to have to land a pretty good time here. He's going to be taking that grid place penalty. We haven't had anyone stung for a while. A bit loose there for Big Leds as he comes through the final turn. First time lap of 134. Head Farmer takes pole 129. These times are coming through very quick, straight off the mark. Hey Genevieve, thanks for jumping on as well. Everyone's well. Oh, look at that lift from Head Farmer. Hits that curb. Championship leader not yet getting a time in. Oh, just overshot that. That looks like it may be Rooney following him behind. Doing some weaving. Oh, there's some lag. Skips that are going on as well. That might be more so when Taijo's just vanished. I know he's just brought the car back into the pits. Well, that might have been a big bit of lag. These must be coming out of the pits. It must be. So Spray off in the distance there, just having Grumman just brought the car in. Qualified a 131 near flat. And Graphics just had his lap time invalidated. And Ty just in the pits to try and edge his lead for the championship, coming into the final round where the big points are at. That's double that of the previous races in the series. A huge 240 points, and even qualifying a pole will be worth 50. 101 points is not quite enough to be able to secure a victory for the championship, especially to finish us up at Bathurst. Anything can happen. 7 minutes to go. Yeah, DK slowdowns, Zolder are pretty vicious. Track limits, very tight. Looks like we're having a few at the moment. One space, holographic, being stung. The lap times being invalidated. Just Taijo to get a qualifying time in. Current spread between 10 drivers is 7.1 seconds. And quite interesting that our IP clashing or Bit of swap around between Mark and Bert Wheeler. Guess we're at Zolder tonight. And Head Farmer keeps pushing out that pole time. 128.9. Big Les tucking right in behind as well. I think they're still trying to get some extra temp into those tyres. Ray pushing well for 131. Rooney a 130.1. There's definitely some lag skips going on. His car looks heavily smashed up. I don't believe it is. Yeah, it's looking pretty fine in Dreams one in comparison to what I'm seeing. Keep an eye on that map so we can jump on board for a lap around. Tried to reconnect numerous times by the looks of things. Looks like we'll have Big Les on approach. Actually, is that on space or is that Head Farmer's car? That's Head Farmer, so we'll stay on board for a lap around with Head Farmer. Very difficult last couple of corners. Get that great run onto this pit straight. Very easy to overshoot. Turn one. A very long sweeping right-hander. It's a double apex right-hand corner. Nice run. You can reasonably take this corner quickly. Inside curve must be hit, and it will actually unsettle the car a fair bit. Again to the first chicanes. Much easier to take this one here, but those curves are very high. You can cut a fair bit to the inside. We've got Mark being able to get back in. 3 minutes remaining. Chicanes with a dip in this one. Getting on that throttle, mid-corner, will put the car into a spin. Very nice line using a full exit curve to get the most out of this windy bit down towards the back. Yeah, that leaving and joining would be some of the lag spikes we're probably noticing. A little bit slippery, but he gets under control. He's already got pole. What time are we going to get here? So that's 3 seconds off his current pole time. That's almost just under a 32. And Tyjo gets the time in. Mark's just managed to clash. Tyjo 1/10 away from pole. That'll be more than close enough points-wise just to push that out. Oh no, he's just taken pole on that lap, 28.701. 2 tenths quicker now. Could this be on the way to another clean sweep for Tyjo. Only 1 minute left. Looks like there's some damage for Head Farmer. Might be hard to try and take back that pole. Yeah, TK, no commentator's curse for him. Rooney's in P3. Oh, we've just seen quite a bit of lag going for Rooney. Mick's parked up the car. That'll be done for qualifying for Mick. It's a time of 1:30.2 for Mick. Philly and Holographic also in pits. And Holographics grid place penalty. Seeing start from the rear of the grid. Exerts. Flying down. Brings the car in. Big Les, not sure where he is. There is. Game not sure where to focus then. Final laps, 100 seconds to go for qualifying. In one space. And Rooney just finishing up their time lapse. I was doing a burnout. That is going to be. I must be in pit lane doing a burnout. Yeah, it must be. Must be Philly, so we can't get a zoom in on him. Yeah, it is too. And then last lap done. Spray, that's all qualifying. Making his way out onto the track. I might actually be able to get a good trackside view of the burnout. There we go. Smokey all the way through pit lane, out onto the track. I haven't had too many pre-race burnouts go on. Well done, Philly. Now takes control. It's qualifying for round 4 at Zolder. Tyjo taking pole position, putting a 1:28.624. So it's only a few tenths ahead of Head Farmer. So only 2 drivers to get into the 1:28 bracket. And then the rest will then follow after Tyjo is Head Farmer, Rooney, Mick Cliff, Spray and Pray, Phil Minelli, Vert Wheeler, Big Les going one space, Pretender, and then Holographic Trick. So the grid place penalty not coming into place there because, sorry, we had one space I think was behind, so he's improved that. Over to the grid now. It's not much of a straight before into turn 1, and that's quite risky in project cars with this first corner. It is very wide going down into that turn, and it is a pretty good line to stay on that outside. So you're not going to have any proximity indicators or the spotter telling you that anyone's beside you. So you're going to start turning across. You're going to have no peripheral view to actually see if anyone's alongside of you. So it can be a rather high incident first turn at Zolder. drivers getting their setups and pit strategies ready to go. Most likely we'll be seeing some earlier, well, definitely at the midpoint of the race, to stop and take those tyres. It's going to be quite hard on the tyres around Zolder. Yeah, it'd be good if we'd be able to have you there, DK, but don't go pushing yourself for the V-Day bash. There we are. Oh, there's a jump start. That's Rooney's jump started. That could probably be a drive through. Oh, a delayed getaway then afterwards. Oh, there's a car flipped up on another roof. I think that's a bit of lag. There's after the ball that went on. So it was Philly's car that got pushed up. But I think actually being lifted up like that's probably avoided damage. Ooh, possible retirement. Tiger gets away nicely, Rooney. And he hold on. Big Les, big gains in those first couple of corners. Right on the tail of the head farmer. Taking some damage like that. Yeah, he's got some heavy damage. Black Pretender retired out. He's managing to reasonably hold on over the course of lap 1. Philly in the pits. Hydro comes a post-race time penalty, exceeding track limits. Looks like Rooney may have actually escaped a drive-through penalty. I think he brought the car back to the grid line in time. Head farmer also copying a hit. And actually, there's Pretender there. I just couldn't spot him amongst the names there, so it's not over time, and he's in there, still going in P5. Figure out who it is that's missing. Ah, it's holographic. Can't see Hall in the list there. Spray coming into the pits. We're gonna cast our eyes across, maybe, yes. An early pit stop. He got some damage to tend to. Really got some recovery work to do now. Pretender gap is closing. Tyjo's pushing out that race lead. Big Les still tucking in behind. Space is starting to appear now. Rooney's going to be out of the slipstream. Fair bit of damage for Mick. And the drive okay, considering. I think there's a panel on it that's not been touched. Seeming to close in on Pretender. There's been a 5-second drop between One Space and Pretender. There may have been an error made for Pretender. Rooney's just made up a second. Mistake made by Tyjo. We'll take a look what the time penalty is. So he's got a 2-second penalty. Head Farmer's wearing 1 second. Rooney overshoots that corner completely, but then magically reappears back on track. Copping some lag. Rooney's connection. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm here to cheer on Les. One Space is making some pretty good ground here. The previous lap of 1:31.166 has managed to put a pretty big gap over Pretender, closing in on Big Les. And then speed comparison is actually similar to the race leaders. Oh, Rooney's just passed Tyjo. This has to be on an off-track section. Looks like an error made by Tyjo. He's dropped back pretty quick. That's now opened opportunity for Head Farmer to make a move. Zolder maybe kryptonite to Tyjo's consecutive clean sweep run he's had. I think it's One Space. Gets around Les pretty quick. And closing in on the pack. The current race leader Rooney doing a 1:32.105. The current lap just set by One Space to 1:30.9. P2, P3 setting a 1:36 and a 1:32. So it's huge pace at the moment. Fastest car going around in these last few laps. Made up that big ground. And with the lag that's going for Rooney, hard to tell if making errors and running wide or if it's just skipping. So the drivers, when getting alongside, are going to have to play very cautious. That track position could be anywhere. You see a line left open. They could very well actually be on it. Right and Vert. And again, we've had spray come through the pits already. Burke gets up on 2 wheels, it's almost 1 wheel. I think he may have just been on that front right just for a little bit. The car showing a fair bit of damage from the grid incident. He's having to deal with the damaged car out there. Tyres aren't going to last. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised we see a disconnect happen for Rooney here. That was quite a freeze for a moment. In pits, wouldn't be surprised he'd be coming at this point with the damage he's got. It's affecting the car, and he's reached the point that he could get away with. Oh, crikey's lag incident. The car crossed right through to the inside of Taijo's car. It's lucky it didn't actually cause a big incident. I don't think it actually picked up as contact. It may have actually just been visually off-putting for Taijo, as wouldn't have probably been able to see what was going on. You can suddenly see the image of another car clipping with you. He's going to come into the pits. Maybe a good idea just to split away, especially when a driver is glitching like that. He doesn't want to risk incident. It is hard to race massive lag like that. And there's already a bit of a latency difference with Taijo, so he does incredibly well. Taijo running all the way from the Philippines. A little bit of a latency difference with us. And he still gets door to door. And then very minimal lag incidents. Mick also coming in. Probably going to be a lengthy stop. Ooh, Rooney spun around. Head farmer playing cautious. There was a few lag skips as he looked to go around. Good at one space. Moving on up. There is potential for race win at the pace that one space is putting in. How quick movement's been going up through the rungs. Could be short work to come through around P2, and then essentially the race lead not too far ahead. He's already probing for an inside line for turn 1. Farmer gets a nice wide line. Here comes Mick. He's got those repairs done. I don't think there's going to be enough pace to get alongside just yet. Going to tuck in. Oh, pressure on for Head Farmer. Gets into a slip. Quick recovery. I think sees the 1 position loss. That is a lapped car. It's P9 in behind. Steph, it's great to see good numbers on project cars. We're hoping that we weren't going to see it die out. There's a lot for it to give still. In comes Rooney. That'll see 1 space take race lead. And with current lap times being done by 1 space, he's going to be able to push out these next couple of laps if the tyres permit. There's not going to be dropping lap times from worn rubber here. That means by the time the car comes in and grabs that fresh rubber, it's going to be laying down even tighter times in that second stint after the pit. Head farmers, sounds like on the way out of pits, pretenders and grabbing tyres. Rooney's on the journey out now. There's Head Farmer. Head Farmer comes out ahead of Rooney. Lengthy stop. And it could be likely that that little flag skip where they actually clipped together between Tyjo and Rooney, there could be damage. Spray made a very early stop. So he is racing for position here, but having that much longer stint on the tyres, unless he's out there on the hards and can keep the pace in the car still, should be fine to last out these 7 laps. Otherwise he's going to be succumb pretty hard. Tyjo's got 3 seconds to catch Head Farmer, plus there's the 2-second post-race time penalty. And Head Farmer was only wearing 1 second. Big Les also taking one. Head Farmer coming back into the pits. Being potential that it didn't change tyres. That pit strategy wasn't set right. It's going to be costly. I'm going to be seeing around 30 seconds in the gap for a pit stop. One Space is going to have to push this gap out. It's getting some pretty good lap times. Tyjo's already down into the 130s. I think those tyres are starting to fade for One Space. This pit stop's going to have to go perfectly to plan for One Space. There's enough gap, and even with that time penalty, a little bit of leeway should you not be able to get out in time. This means I will have to sit there on the tail within 2 seconds of Tyjo to be able to claim the win. He's released. It is a very long pitch, and you can see the red line on the map where the arrow is that actually swings out almost halfway through the infield and then doglegs out and around. You can see that white dot on its way. It's Tyjo, here he comes. Just sneaks out in front, but he's going to be at reduced pace and cold tyres. Seven tenths is the difference after coming in for the mandatory pits. Tyjo on much warmer rubber. This lap is going to be very quick. 129.2 that previous lap. Tyjo needing to put some pressure on now. Generally, Bill getting caught up in the incidents. He's making a good recovery. He will have to last out on the tyres a bit longer from when he came in, I think. That's Vert Wheeler. It's on the tail. There's more damage showing for Vert. a whole lot of luck. As with Mick. And Head Farmer's second stop, seeing him drop down to position 8. Tyjo just made the pass on one space. A lap 13 of 17. There's half a second gap between the two. There's 2 second time penalty that'll be applied to Tyjo post-race. One space can't get around, he's going to have to hold that gap. Yeah, he's unlucky, gets always caught up. In wrong space, wrong time. You do see a lot of drivers go through big runs of bad luck with that. Yeah, starting to drop a little bit. Those tyres should be coming up to temp now for one space. But may be able to see similar laps that we saw before. Get the car doing consistent 130s again. Down to round up Tyjo. Otherwise, we've got a fair bit of spacing going on. Ray, Marine, and Rooney just looked like he just didn't turn through turn 1 at all. Big Les has 5 second gap ahead and behind. Sitting pretty comfy. At the moment, Rooney's lap times starting to drop. Looks like there may be some errors going on. Previous lap 140. Seems to be making up some pace this lap. Spray holding well in P3. There goes a spin for Rooney. He's going to open up position 4 for Les. Also got that time penalty as well. Gets in front of Rooney. Phil's running no tyres as Jenna Lee. Some info from the garage with Jenna Lee. But early stop. Going to try and last out 3 laps. Be able to be done. Make that car easy. 4 seconds. Head Farmer behind. Only 13 seconds to the car in front. Got the damage fixed, no tyres done. This is probably a similar scenario with Head Farmer. Jumping in for that extra stop. Just going to see you fall to the back of the pack. So you might as well just lose a few seconds a lap. Probably not going to cost you as much just to run out the rest of the race. Big Les just moves up a spot. Like mistake made by Spray. Suddenly dropped 2 positions. Quick recovery, no damage. You can just hang on to the gap behind these two. He may be able to reclaim that position. So we've got a fair few post-race time penalties, the largest is 2 seconds going to Tyjo and to Big Les. Rooney, Head Farmer and Vert all got 1 second. Yeah, Zolder is very strict with the track limits and the slowdowns. It's very hard to try and shave it off. I think that earlier stop starting to affect Spray's car. Looks like a little bit of rear slip under power, and even the turn appears to be a bit of an issue. Just lined up, pretended to get a pass before turn 1. Tyjo's time penalty is not going to be too much concern at this rate. Lap 17 has 11.6 seconds. 2 second time penalty, not going to hurt. On approach, checkered flag. Would this be 4th consecutive clean sweep? There, he's got the pole, he's got the win. He's really have the fastest lap as well. Fantastic run for Tyjo. Very lucky to have escaped incident as well with that lag issue. Rooney pretty much clipping straight through the car. That podium for 1 space. Oh, very loose, and there's lag going on at the same time. There's time penalties for both. Should negate each other. Big Les, no, loses out. The Les had the 2 seconds, so he's copped a slow down near the end. Podium stripped by time penalty. Rooney takes P3. Big Les P4. Tender crosses P5. Spray P6 held on. Head Farmer covers the P7. Second stop being unlucky. Philly managed to scrape P8 still with that big incident at the start. Being lifted up off the track. Grinding the roofs of other cars. Mick also having every single panel beaten up in the process. Mick destroys the car across the line. And then we have round 4 results at Zolder for the Pagnian Imports V8 Supercar Championship. Round 4 winner is Tyjo. Cast down, I don't think there is any other 129s. That is 4 consecutive clean sweeps. So it would be interesting, can he finish it up with a full clean sweep championship for Bathurst? It's fantastic. And then also on the podium in P2 is 1 space and Rooney in P3. And the rest of the standings then Big Les, the Pretender, Spray and Pray, Head Farmer, Philly Manilli, Nick Cliff and Vert Wheeler. Grab our podium in here. And invites through Tyjo, 1 space and Rooney. Alright, shot those through. We should get them through in a moment. And that we've got a good chunk more than half the field. copping post-race time penalties. And congratulations, guys. Well done on the win, Tiger. It's your 4th consecutive clean sweep now.
Yeah, hoping to.
You're just only going to have to do it next week now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be expected.
Oh god. But yeah, down to the wire. I mean, accounting for if I disconnect next week. But yeah, it wasn't straightforward again. I mean, I had trouble with the tire temp in the first stint. I think I set my pressures too low, but that was my bad. But getting past Rooney, it was skipping all over the track, so it wasn't his fault. But you know, I don't know if he made a mistake in the second chicane, but it looked like he did. And then I was trying to come across his inside, and his car just completely sideswiped me, and I somehow saved it.
Yeah,
and,
what we saw live, his car actually drove straight through yours, so it was actually within the limits of your car, and then all of a sudden went up track. So
yeah, and then he suddenly teleported to the hairpin. Yeah.
So
after he hit
really
me, he suddenly teleported. Yeah. But I thought like, shit, they're just gonna have to like pit next lap because I don't want to. I'm gonna try to undercut him because I don't want to try to overtake him on track because like it's too dangerous.
Yeah, saw you coming in and thought it was pretty good idea to try and get out so you don't get caught up in it.
Yeah, I don't want to try and get caught up with that. It was the lag spike was too wide.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was fantastic run, and then pushed out that lead, and then even one space had a fantastic run and came just ahead of the pits, and didn't quite hold on, but a fantastic drive.
I think he didn't change tires. You changed tires, didn't you?
No, I didn't change tires.
That's why.
Well, the only way I think I was going to have a chance to beat you, is no tires, or at least get a bigger gap. And but I had a horrible qualifying, and then there was mayhem at the beginning. Had to slow down, drive around that, and then it was on. I was getting good lap times. I was like,
yeah, you made it count.
Yeah, you're just cutting everyone through each lap. You're just making your way through seamlessly, and the quickest car out there while doing that. That was fantastic.
Yeah, better qualifying. I don't know. I would have had a better chance at you, Taija, but congrats, man. You're freaking fast, bud.
Yeah, you too, man. I've raced with you before, man. You're hella quick. I couldn't beat you in the GTEs that time, so yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, and congrats, Rooney. Just scraping through at the end. That time penalty, just an extra 1 second added to Les on that final lap.
Yeah, got pretty lucky there.
And it was good run at the start, pulling out, starting to pull ahead, but there are a fair few lag spikes going on for you, so I didn't know if it was going to be a result in a disconnect at some stages as well.
Yeah.
It was pretty lucky to hold on.
Yeah. Couple of mistakes for the race. This a couple of times. So. Oh well. Yeah, but the third place is good.
Yeah,
well done.
On the podium at the end, it's pretty good, and it's going to be definitely still a deciding round, I think, for next week with anything that can happen at Bathurst. But going in with 4 consecutive clean sweeps for your Taija is going to be pretty good odds, providing that you have a clean race. It might just be an arrive and win, essentially.
If I somehow lose this championship, I'm going to eat my shoe or something.
No disconnects in the last round.
No.
You got to get this one and not lose by disconnect.
It's too good to be true. But yeah, I can't believe it so far. But yeah, so far internet's running smooth, the game's running smooth, and just hoping to make it clean through Bathurst. I mean, if I don't win, that's fine. But, like, just getting the point home, that's all that matters.
I'm going to try my best to beat you.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on next week. A lot of people's favourite track is going to be some pretty quick times being done.
Oh yeah, 57s.
It was flat out around here tonight with the lap times. Yeah, so looking forward to next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it too, man. And congrats everyone else. Well done.
Yeah, congrats guys. And see you next week and good luck.
Great race.
Hey man. Cheers JT. See ya.
No worries. There we have our podium finishes with Taijo taking the win for round 4, giving a pretty good shot coming in points-wise for the championship in the final round. And then that will be over at Bathurst as well. So it's going to be a fantastic round to take us out. Big points on the line, so double that of qualifying and race points and even the fastest laps. So big points up for grabs, and then anything can happen. So do tune in for that. You do not want to miss out on seeing it. And we will also have our final round for iRacing with the Supercars Championships. You can see the Mustang and Commodore duke it out around Bathurst as well. So if you haven't hit the follow button, do so now so that you can be get notified when we go live. So we'll be back next Thursday at 7:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and then on Monday we'll be at 7:35 p.m. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you trackside next time.